Hi, it's Steffi from Steffi's Beads and Baubles. The third time's a charm. I'm not feeling very good today. I think I'm trying to fight off a cold, and I'm just totally out of practice on these videos. I haven't done a tutorial in 5 months, and then, as most of you know, I've been through a little bit the last few weeks or months, and so I'm kind of out of practice. But let's do this again and see if I can do it right this time. I'm basically just going to show you how I did it. I'm not doing any tutorial. I'm going to put the links in the description box for my basic ornament tutorial and my basic edging tutorial, but I'm going to tell you everything I did and show you how I did it. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I did this about 3 years ago and was intimidated with the stockings, which I didn't do good on, but I'm going to practice. I should have done it differently. If you look at this, they look nothing alike. Now, I cut out a skirt. I cut out stuff that I could have used. I had a skirt here I could have used on top of the beige that was cut out right. I don't know why I made it straight. I'm not happy with my decision. I really want to do this. This is a gift from my husband. Next year, I'm not doing it now. Next year, I'm going to redo it and actually use it the way it shows it. I could have done the garter and then the stockings. I didn't cut the shoe right. This thing overwhelmed me, and it took me 3 years to get to this point. But that's okay. I like to show you when I screw up so that you can do it better. But I used a cookie cutter. Got this on either Amazon or eBay. It's an actual Christmas story cookie cutter. And then I used ink pads, and I basically used it as a stamp. And I stamped out the different felts. Here's the beige, here's the yellow for the skirt, and then I did a black because I think a black would have looked better on the back. You wouldn't have seen all this ink, all this stitches. You still would have seen the yellow show up on the edge, but that wouldn't have been as bad. And then the little shoes, I stamped out the shoes. And then on here, I stamped out the skirts, and then you cut all this stuff out, and then you take and put it together like this, and when it's completely sewn together, now I would have used a black, but I used a yellow, so then when it's all sewn together, you're going to take, you finish the skirt, you have the legs done, you have the shoe done, you haven't done the edging yet, you've just done all this, then you put the back on it, and then you're going to start doing your edging. And basically I like to start maybe on this big fat stuff. I'm going to use cotton on this part, and I'm going to use the cotton I pull out of vitamin bottles. I've been saving this stuff for 30 years, so I literally have jars and jars and jars stuffed full of this cotton from vitamin and medicine bottles, but mostly vitamin bottles. You can use cotton out of the cotton bags for your bathroom too. That works great, but I just like the way this is fluffy. But on the leg, I didn't like, because there wasn't going to be as much room, see? And I was afraid that it would be too loose. It wouldn't be tight enough. So I took a beige pipe cleaner, and then I cut it to fit down to as far, basically I saw how far it would go, and then I folded it over and then cut that at the end of the thigh. I wanted a little thicker on top and a little thinner on the bottom. It just fit. You can see it bends, but that way it's stiff and it holds its shape, and it looks nice, and it looks like a leg. And then this has you can see it's just a little fat. I should have probably put a little bit more of the cotton up there, and that way it makes it nice. And then this is 6 inches. I basically did my edging, everything was done, and when you do the edging, you're going to have a bottom, then one stacked on top and a bottom, because they're a triangle. I go through a bottom, do 6 inches of beads, come back through a bottom and knot it. And I just go like this. I go around, round, round, then I go around, round, round, going through the felt. And then I go the opposite direction, and then back through the other way and cut it. I've never put glue. I've never had one unravel, but you could if you wanted. And I do the edging last. Like I said, I have a tutorial. And the materials I use Cartwright's. Now, I can't find this small of a sequin anywhere, and I wanted it for the shoe. And these are these are the, no, these aren't the tiny ones. Where are the tiny ones? This is 3 millimeter. I don't think you can see it. Let me pull it out. These are the only ones I can find anywhere is on Cartwrights. You can see how tiny those are. And these are 3 millimeter, black, glossy, fully cupped. Now these are fully cupped, where everything else I use is lightly cupped. The fully cupped is just that. It's a full cup. Now, these little tiny ones are not as good a quality because they're just so tiny. But it's a full cup. It's just made like a cup. So when you put it on your finger, you're going to see that it's fully cupped. Where these, I'm going to get a yellow one. You can see that these are lightly cupped. They have an edge on them, which that doesn't have space for. So this has a beveled edge, and it lightly cups up. Okay? And when you sew them on, you're going to sew them on from the back. So you're going to go through the sequin from the back, add a seed bead, go back, go up through with the thread, up through the seed bead, up through the sequin first, then the seed bead, then go back through the sequin, not the seed bead, because that seed bead will hold it on. And you'll see that all in my tutorial. I did one here to show you, see? Now, I bought this big bag years ago on clearance from Cartwrights, but they still sell the smaller bags. 5 millimeter slightly cupped iris, which is a clear sequin with an iridescent shimmer, which I like because in the color of the felt below it comes through. But I pulled other ones that they have in case you don't like that. They sell all kinds. They have pineapple ice. They have luscious lemon. They have a opaque, if you prefer opaque, and a daffodil. They have sensational. Well, that's an open sensational. I think these are 5 millimeter, 6 millimeter. And this is luscious lemon. So they have all different colors. And I think this is another, this is another one, sunflower, which is iridescent but opaque. So you can go on Cartwrights. I'm not affiliated with them, but it's it's Cartwrights with a double C.com. And you can get shaped sequins, round sequins, square sequins, anything that you could think of to, you know, make a project. And I had to let my friend know I'm making a video. She wants to call me. So basically you're going to need your sequins in whatever colors. You're going to need yellow and you're going to need black. Now I use the teeny tiny 3 millimeter for the shoe. You can see how tiny those are. And I used that's a 5 millimeter I put there, which that was a mistake I made. You won't need to do that. And then these are the 5 millimeter of the light sundrop right here, or whatever color you want to use. These seed beads here are from Hobby Lobby. Very good quality. Very uniform. When you look on the back, you can see how uniform they are. They're beautiful. And they run half price, usually 1 or 2 weeks a month. And this is priced $2.99. I think the new price is $4.50. But you'll still go in and find some tubes that are older. But let's say at $4.50, you're getting them for $2.25 a tube. And they are high quality. Now, if you cannot get a yellow seed bead, because these are a yellow silver-lined seed bead, and I don't know where I got these, but I'm sure they can be found. But if you don't want to do that, you can use either a clear, which this one has an iridescent glow, or this one comes from also Hobby Lobby, and it's just a pure clear. And that would work just as well. It would just, you know, be a clear instead of a yellow on the top. And I've used these many a time when I didn't have the right color. Beading thread, I don't care what color you use. You can use a white. This one's 30 some odd years old, and I still got a bunch of it left. This is a newer black. I have them in every color. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them on eBay. These are 3-ounce spools if you're going to do a lot. These are different sizes of white. I have a beige. I've got red. I've got a couple different blues, a couple black sizes, green. These I got from eBay seller. These are 10 ounces. These are 3 ounces. I got a teal, a green, a gray, and a fuchsia, and then a big black and white. These are slightly different sizes. And this plus all my little spools. Now these are what you can find online. Delon, and these are Nemo with the cardboard. Go to any beading site and they probably sell a variety of these, but you can put Delon in. They have more colors. The chartreuse, the yellow, the orange. Where these little ones have less color choices, but they still have a lot of good colors. Like this teal is stunning. Now I've got thread for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be buying any more. I bought the yellow and the orange I can only get in Delon, so I stocked up. And now I'm done. I've got a bunch of different orange and all the yellow, and I'm set. I've got everything I need, and then for my trees and stuff, I got green, I've got reds, I got everything. So you can get whatever beading thread you want. If you're going to do a lot of them, you might want to do a few different colors. If you're just going to do a few, then just get a little black and white. Now you can go to Michael's, and on their 50% off days, I think they have one that has 2 black and 2 white, or maybe black and white and beige. I don't know, but they do offer a few like that. And then they have a couple that have colors, I think. They're pretty pricey, but if you get them half price, they're not bad. And those are the ones with the cardboard like this. These type here. These I bought when Amazon had sets of 12. And I bought 3 sets of 12 and got a few duplicates. Then went back last year and bought some yellow and orange because those are the only color that are hard to find. And I wanted to have a ton of them. But you can just make sure you use beading thread. That's all I'm saying, because regular thread will snap and break. This is beading thread. You can pull as tight as you want, as hard as you want. It's not going to break. It's well-made thread, especially if you make something to hang in a window or a car. The sequins will fade and fall off before that thread does. That's how good beading thread is. But black and white is all you need to make any ornament you want. You can make a Christmas tree, a Santa, anything with white or black. So you don't have to spend a lot of money. But if it's a hobby you enjoy, you can buy all the different colors like I did, because this is a passion. It's also a collection. I'll show you if you have not seen my stuff. This is my wall of sequins and seed beads and some felt. Plus I have 2 big drawers of felt. These are all seed beads. These 2 up here are sequins. That's seed beads. Those 6 are seed beads. Those 6 are seed beads. Those tubs, that tub there and that one above it, seed beads or bugle beads. Those are my ornaments. Felt patterns I've cut out. Felt. These are sequin ribbon, more mixed sequins, and that's some felt I cut out. And then an ornament kits that I make and sell on Etsy of candy canes and I think trees. And then these are all sequins. I've been collecting them for 30 years. And then I have 2 big drawers full of felt squares and sheet felt. So I'm set. I don't need to buy anything else for a very long time. And that's the goal since we retired, to use what I have. But anyway, those are the materials. Felt, seed beads, sequins, a pipe cleaner, some kind of cotton, a good beading thread, and let me not forget to tell you, you need a beading, where did it go? I hope it's not on the floor. My needle fell off. Let me show you. Oh boy, that's scary because those things, oh, here it is. Nope. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Nope, that's a regular needle. Where did my, oh, there it is. I got scared because I've had things fall on the floor and you do not want this going in your foot. Let me see if I can get it off this tray. Okay, beading needles. Now they come in different sizes and shapes. They're very long and skinny because to go through the seed beads, a regular sewing needle might not work. Now there's different sizes. Now these are quilt needles that were gifted to me. And they're tiny. They'll go through anything. You just have to be able to get it through that hole, and that can be sometimes, the older you get, those holes get smaller. There's those, but there's also all kinds of beading needles that you can buy. There's, this is some vintage stuff, but they usually come like this. And then there's some that have different sizes, the different brands. And these are fun to get. At Hobby Lobby, you can get one of these little magnetic boxes. and keep all your needles in the ones that you're going to use. This is a fraction of my needles. Again, I've been doing this for over 30 years. I've got probably 100 needles, different brands and sizes. I always keep a couple sewing needles because sometimes when you sew the back together and you want to knot it, you transfer to a regular needle. Oh my gosh, I told her I was... I'll transfer to a regular needle to do the knots, because sometimes if you get to the end of your thread, these big needles are really long to go around and around and around, and it's just a hassle. But these are fun. You get them for a few bucks at a Hobby Lobby in the sewing department, and you can keep all your needles that you use regularly in here. But a beading needle, beading thread are crucial to make it work out good for you. And then your seed bead of choice, whatever brand, I highly recommend whatever color you can get at Hobby Lobby is great. These are fabulous. I have a ton of the white, a ton of the black. Their bugle beads are nice, high quality. Now they sell the giant tubes, not as good a quality. They work, but they're not as good a quality. They're not even. Or like I said, if you look at the back of this ornament, you can see how uniform these seed beads are. But anyway, I didn't do a good job on this one. Had I paid attention, I would have done it with the flare, and I would have done the design. I don't know why this was so intimidating for me, but my husband loves it. I'll make him this one next year, and when I redo it, I'll do another video and show you the difference between the two. So, and if anybody else does one, please let me know. I would love to see it. But check out Cartwright's. Like I said, no affiliation. That's why I'm not even giving you a link to use, because they don't know who I am, other than I've ordered hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars from them over the last 12 years or something. But C Cartwright. It's like, I don't know. I'm curious why they have a second C, but Cartwright.com with 2 C's. And they have seed beads too that sometimes match their sequins. They don't sell thread, but they have shapes in every shape. They've got holiday shapes, squares. They've got just, I'm telling you, it's an amazing site for anybody that loves sequins. If you want to do any kind of ornaments with sequins, even the satin ball. Cartwright's is a treasure. There is nobody else that sells the quantity and quality. I mean, look at these beautiful sequins that they do. Like I said, these teeny tiny ones aren't as beautiful, but they're so tiny it's hard to do high quality. But a lot of their sequins you can get everywhere from, there's a bunch of them in 3 and 4. You can get most everything in 5, 6, 8, 10, and 12. They have the large hold sequins that dangle, like the hole on the top. They have everything. Please check them out if you have any interest in sequins, because I swear I love their store is my favorite. Now, I don't order that many anymore. I will always check out their site and pick up something new once in a while. Because you got to remember, this is a collection. I collect sequins, I collect seed beads, my felt, my cookie cutters. I've got about 1,000 cookie cutters. That's my collection. Some people collect teapots. Some people collect, I can't even think of what people collect, but people collect figurines. I collect these things, which one whole wall, two shelves full. It's not that much, but then my cookie cutters take up 2 big drawers here, and then that wall up there. Okay, I have like 1,000 cookie cutters, but I've been collecting them since I was a kid. So, anyway, have fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I rambled a bit, but I've been through a lot the last few months. I'm out of practice. I haven't done a video on a ornament in 5 months. And even then, I was kind of out of practice because I hadn't really done one in a while. But I got my studio organized. I've got everything well organized to do this again. And I'm in a much better place. I've been through all my health stuff. I'm feeling good. Today I'm not feeling good. I feel like I'm getting a cold, so that could be why I'm having trouble today. But I've got so many wonderful videos lined up for you. Some amazing ornaments I want to do for you. I'm really excited about it. So I hope you'll come back. I hope you enjoyed this. Please excuse my rambling, but I'm just excited to be back. And this one was very challenging. It took me 3 years to get up the nerves to do this, and it didn't come out great, but I'm going to practice and do it better next year. So my shoe didn't come out good. This didn't come. Not my favorite ornament, but I always show you my mistakes so you guys can do better. So anyway, thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.